Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe because Andy hasn't shown his 8th club, he will go. Who knows? Who knows?
Is four clubs wouldn't be key card here, would it?
4 clubs is, I think it's, no, 4 clubs is asking for points, I think.
Okay.
Oh, look, I wish I knew.
Yeah.
I've got to relearn the system.
Yeah.
Oh dear. That's a sign off.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a flat board though. 5 clubs in the other room.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a relief. I mean, with that north hand, partner just bidding 5 clubs on his own, and you haven't shown your point range. Or do they play a strong diamond? I don't know.
No. I mean, the guy's got a 4-4-1, so a diamond's the normal opening, no matter what you play. Well, in a natural system anyway.
Anyway, push board is okay, as long as it's not out.
Not much to the play. Sartaj has got a diamond lead. He's going to win the ace, going to cash a heart and throw a diamond away and play a club. And there's only one way to play the club suit, so it'll be a quick claim for 12.
Yeah.
Because the clubs could have sat a lot worse, couldn't they?
Certainly. Like, this is not a slam you want to be in.
Yeah, it's a bad slam. It needs specifically clubs 2-2 with the ace on side, which is, roughly 25%. So not a good slam.
Although I wouldn't have minded if they were in it today.
Some shameless barracking from you, hey Sophie. I guess you're allowed that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise if Sartaj was claiming now, explaining that he's just going to cash the king of clubs.
I think Sartaj has been caught out claiming that he has told me that he's not claiming anything until it's like.
He is now. He is now.
Yeah, now he can claim.
So with you two here, what this business of in the US, they play different boards, so each match is a separate set of boards, right?
Yeah.
In Australia, we tend to play that our boards are the same boards for everybody playing that round, right? Do we think this is good, bad? What's the feeling?
I don't like it personally. It's obviously an anti-cheating measure, but I think it hurts the spectacle a little bit. I mean, if you play the same boards, you get to compare what a lot of people do on the same set of hands. I think it's better for the spectators and marginally better for the players to all play the same hands. So I don't like any compromise that's based on the fact that people are going to do the very unfortunate thing of cheat at bridge. But I mean, really, I guess it's it's not a massive thing either way, Peter.
Well, obviously, I agree. Seeing I asked the question, I think one of the unique things about our sport is that the best players in the room and the worst players in the room are playing the same boards.
Yeah.
And that you can go away afterwards and chat with your partner, or try and get somebody else to support your view against your partner as to what should.
You're not supposed to do that, Peter. That's just you. You don't go and gang up on your partner.
But that's human nature. Yeah, I think our way's better, personally.
Yeah.
Hopefully Andy passes this, but really for a 1 diamond opening, he's got a maximum. but I can't see 9 tricks. I can only see 8.
4.
They lose. They've got four clubs, 2 hearts, and 2 spades. And there's really no, there's no hope for anything more than that. He could, nah, doesn't even matter if he crashes his partner's queen, because the 9 is higher than the 8.
Yeah, these games are pretty hard to stay out of with 12 opposite 12.
Yeah.
So I'd be surprised if it's not flat, to be honest.
I hope it's flat.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe upmarking Nistrom a chance to not play game. North hand's 4-3-3. I don't know. It's very hard not to. When you're vulnerable, your game contract needs to be about a 33% chance to be of value. Yeah, 3 spades here is a transfer to 3 no trumps.
Right. Well, that's good. The guy north. So
yeah,
get invited. Not south is less likely to accept, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a forced bid, so hopefully a push board.
Yeah, definitely a push board. As you said, so there's just no way you're going to get 9 tricks.
Yeah.
As it happens on this hand with NABC.
So, Phil, the Butler structure seems to be a very taxing structure, doesn't it? It's a lot of days, a lot of boards.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of feedback that the qualifying was a pretty crap structure. You know, you're playing imp pairs and you're basically playing like a Mitchell movement. So you're playing like 2 boards against the opponent and then moving, which doesn't seem normal playing for imps. Normally playing for imps, you sit down and you play a match of, I don't know, at least 8 boards, normally more like 16 boards. So there's I heard a lot of whinging about that, and that people would rather play like a 10 board matches and play a Swiss than this sort of Mitchell.
I think that would be fair.
Movement thing. The final Butler is great. The final bit where you play round robin of 12 board matches is fantastic. No one whinged about that.
Yeah, that's like playing the playoffs, isn't it? It's much better if every.
I think because it was in Perth, it wasn't the strongest field this year. So yeah, but it was the stage 2 is fantastic because you just for 4 days you sit down and you play proper matches against pretty good opponents for imps. It felt good.
What was that? Sorry, I kind of tuned out. What was the structure for the qualifying?
So it's just you played 2 board rounds. You played like I think we played 12. We played 12 2-board rounds, then 13 2-board rounds, and did that for 2 days. So it was just that weird thing, Soph, where you're moving all the time, which doesn't feel right when you're not playing for match points. I mean, maybe that's just me, but I heard a lot of people whinge about it. A lot of people said that this getting up and playing different opponents for 2 boards, playing for imps didn't feel right. It felt more normal to sit down and play a proper match. You know what I mean? Like, play 12 boards or 14 boards against one opponent, and settle into one opponent. So I don't know. I might give the tournament committee, the ABF tournament committee, some feedback about that, about whether they can come up with a better structure. But I think it was certainly a commonly held view that the stage 1 structure wasn't ideal.
And was it different to usual?
I don't play the event all that often, and I think the other times I've played it in the last decade, it's been the same structure.
Okay.
Yeah. It used to be different. I mean, a long time ago, it used to be, not sure, I think it was a Swiss. It used to be a Swiss, I think, I don't know, 20 years ago. Both declarers struggling away, but it's all hopeless.
Yeah, I admire their efforts.
Yeah.
I think Andy's been a little bit more, he's concealed his hand a little bit better, but yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I think we need to stop and reflect about how much pressure is on these players, you know, going into they've been at this all day, head to head. They're going into a last match where everyone knows there's not a lot in it. And that's on top of how many days they've been playing for now, Soph? Is it like 4 days?
Yeah. Well, they've all been playing since Friday last week. So this is day 10.
5? Oh, day 10. Wow.
Yeah, this is day 10 of playing they're the only, since round 32, they're the only 4-man team as well.
Oh,
so they would be, they're brutally exhausted.
Well, speaking to all of them every now and then, they all say how they love playing.
Yeah.
As a force, so they don't get to have it both ways.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, look, you definitely get a bit tired though. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is a lot of pressure to go in this set, you know, and perform. So, you know, I hope they can do it. I mean, I know that Whibley and Edgtton put a lot of work into their preparation. They both really make a big effort to be at their best when they sit down and play over a long period of time. So
yeah, they've physical fitness is helpful.
Yeah, you know, hanging out with Nabil and Michael, they'll be, you know, going for a run, going for a swim, doing some meditation. You know, they're all about their preparation. So let's hope it pays off for them.
Hope so.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Whibley's an excellent runner. He loves nothing more than go out and run 10 or 15 Ks. And Nabil Edgtton, well, you just have to look at him to know that he's in pretty good nick. Yeah, the two of them are often exercising together at tournaments.
Oh, and I think Nabil also has a lot of late night training, playing cards too.
What are you alluding to, Peter?
What are your favourite subjects?
All right, so Upmark and Nystrom have reached 4 spades. Just looking, I think that contract is destined to go off. Declarer's always got 2 spade losers. Always got the ace of diamonds to lose. And I don't think Declarer can get away without taking the club finesse. If that's the case, it fails, and that'll be the 4th defensive trick.
No, you can take 2 heart finesses to ditch a club.
Oh, I beg your pardon. You're quite right, Soph. Thank you. So, yeah. So it should make, in fact, yeah.
No, I think it'll be making.
I would prefer to stick with Phil's theory.
Me too. But
no, Sophie's nailed me. She's absolutely right. It's just a cold contract. I wonder if a club lead can beat it. I don't think it can, because then the heart loser will disappear. So I think Declare's got just enough to always make this. Now, will it be a bit of the other table? What have you got? You've got 11 opposites, 11 opposite 14 and a 5-3 fit.
But there's no
So-
heart loser. So I think a club club lead is the winning lead because there's no
If you
heart.
lead a club, what happens, so if you play low
Yeah.
and
And
the guy
then you
play the
lose,
king?
then you lose 2 spades, a club and a diamond.
You
So
got me
I think
again. You're right. Yeah, I forgot. You've got those 3 certain losers.
you can't get back to hand to take 2 heart finesses to get rid of the clubs.
Yeah, look, I must be slow this morning. Sophie's exactly right. If you lose a club, you've got to lose 3 other tricks. So yeah, club lead shoots it. Nabil went for the aggressive heart lead and it's not going to work.
I'll be ready inside.
Yeah, push board on 18.
I hope Andy didn't use too many brain cells on that one. He needs to preserve his energy. Okay, now let's see what happens here. They'll get to 4 spades. We just don't want a club lead. Diamond lead will be all right. Heart lead will be all right. Not the club lead. The bidding's a lot quicker because they play precision. Keeping information to a minimum so defense can't find the right lead.
So why did they alert the 4 spades?
Because it was precision style. 4 spades can be either weak or can be strong. Okay, diamond lead, that's fine. No worries. We don't mind about the diamond lead.
Funny you mentioned this the other night, the other morning we had on Lovebridge, they had Kit Wolseley and Kitty Munson doing the commentary against the Australians. And she was so pro the American team. It was really getting edgy that these Australians had beaten them.
Can't imagine. I mean, I'm just so objective when it comes to commentating. I just
that's why we pay you the big dollars.
Yeah,
For the inside.
I don't think I'd volunteer to commentate on a global platform. Otherwise, I would get eggs in the face.
No, I like the passion and the enthusiasm and the inside knowledge. You know, I think it's much more interesting. But it was interesting looking at Lovebridge and how it operated this week. And there's some big pluses for it that I believe in. I think there's some small things that they could get a lot better. But it's the direction we have to be heading in.
It's interesting how, is it Andy declaring 4 spades? Interesting how he's going to play this. I think East is going to return a diamond.
Yeah, he doesn't, maybe that doesn't have enough entries.
It's kind of okay. He kind of can't go wrong, really.
You can't, yeah, he can't take, well, is he,
He's got to play the heart.
He's got to play the heart because he needs the heart. Like,
No, he's playing the spade. He's better off.
Well, he knows that West can't jump in with the ace of spades because that'll hold his spade losers to 1.
yeah.
Um,
But does he get back to his hand twice to take the heart finesse?
That's right.
Like, that was an important entry.
I think the timing should have been a heart then.
I think he still makes. Oh, he's going down now. This ain't good.
yeah, that's a strange choice.
That was a strange choice. Oh dear. Now it's just clear that he has to, like, Palmer just knows that he has to play a club.
I think Palmer's from Spain, Portugal, somewhere like that.
Yeah, he's Portuguese, I believe. Yeah, that's like I say, that's probably pretty poor from Andy Hunger. If the heart finesse worked, he was always home pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for his standard, it was quite a quick spade at trick 3. He normally takes more time. Maybe Palmer doesn't find, maybe he plays the diamonds a diamond. I don't think he will though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting at trick 2 after diamond. I think it's right to play a heart to the queen now. No, this hand's got me a bit confused for some reason, but you can see that. Yeah, there we go. There's the club. So it's not going to make now.
Not good. Oh well, at least it's not a vulnerable game.
Shocking barracking, Sophie. You're quite right.
Oh, come on. This is Australian Bridge TV.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. We're allowed to be a bit biased.
The Americans were barracking for themselves when they were commentating.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate. Yeah.
A lot of bids on the right.
And that was an important entry to his hand.
Okay, Nystrom and Upmark have bid to 5 diamonds on the other table. And I don't think that's going to make. Who's on lead? Is it West?
Yeah, East is on lead.
Right, good.
North open 2.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, is there? I'm just wondering if if this contract makes or not.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Well, West is guarding both black suits, so
it's probably a squeeze situation.
But it's East has to lead against diamonds because diamonds were bid by North.
After heart, I think it's cold. I'm going to say that's a Vienna coup.
Well, can he play a diamond? It's just, does he get squeezed? Does West get squeezed in spades?
Yeah, he does. It's a Vienna coup, isn't it? So you've got to cash the ace of clubs to get it out of the way. And then you just simply end with a spade, and the queen of clubs in the north hand is the ending. And West can't keep the spade guard and the king of clubs. I think that's right. Let's have a look. And Declare will play for it because he's going to lose 2 hearts, so his only chance is to squeeze. Ace of hearts, presumably, is the Jack of hearts natural attitude, saying, yes, I like a heart.
On the left, can't it go up with the ace of clubs? Play the spade out to the king, drop in the 9.
Oh, a club shift now will beat it. Yeah, if Whibley can shift a club now, that will beat the contract because declarer can't rectify the count.
But no, I think then he'd be able to ditch his heart on the queen of spades.
Oh yeah, again, Sophie saves me from looking stupid. Yeah. So here we go. So this should be a Vienna coup. I think that's right, isn't it? So.
Oh, I wish I could do Vienna coups, but I'm sure you're right. I can't get my head around them.
So
that's probably your. I'm just
yeah. Well, it's a Vienna coup because declarer a Vienna coup always involves cashing an ace when you have the queen as well. You've got to cash the ace in order to get it out of the way, if you like. So the position is that declarer will win whatever is returned here. I mean, if it's a spade, it immediately gives the contract away because it'll allow a 4th spade trick. But let's say that Nabil gets out a diamond. Declarer can just run all of his diamonds, cashing the ace of clubs along the way, and he'll end up with the queen of clubs and some number of spades in the north hand, and West won't be able to hold guard the spade suit with the jack and hold the king of clubs. We'll see, but I'm pretty confident that's how it's going to pan out. I think a good player immediately recognises as a Vienna coup hand because the spade length is in the same hand as the ace of clubs, and that won't work. So you've got to cash the ace of clubs in order to create the position.
Unfortunately, on 19, we lost 10 imps there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty hand, this board 20. Declarer has to play for this straight away, so he's going to win the queen of diamonds. I think he's going to cash the ace of clubs now. Probably cash one big spade and unblock the 10 and cash the ace of clubs and then finish the diamonds. Oh no, no unblock. Well, maybe you can. Yeah, there we go. He's going to find the Vienna coup.
I always liked the Bath coup. That was always my favourite.
Michael Whibley calls that the wet fella. Yeah, the Bath coup's nice. So declarer now is going to play all of his diamonds, pitching everything that isn't king, queen, 9 of spades. And West won't be able to guard the spades and hold the king of clubs.
Oh.
There we go. One more of these. Hit your club. And now comes the squeeze card. So West can afford the jack of clubs here. There it goes. And here comes the last trump. This is the one where West can no longer guard the spades and hold the king of clubs. Club from the dummy. And Nabil Edgtton's toast. I'm not sure why it's called a Vienna coup, but it always has that feature of cashing the ace when you don't hold the king, but you do hold the queen in order to get it out of the way. And Nabil's correctly throwing the king of clubs, but that just involves declarer claiming.
I see Brad Coles is watching us. Was Brad actually in Perth when you were there?
Yeah, I beat Brad in the final of the ANC Teams. He put up a good effort for the Australian Capital Territory, but they just weren't good enough in the end.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Yeah, I spent a bit of time with Brad.
Well, he's our editor for the ABF newsletter. And he's the editor for the IBPA, the International Bridge Press Association's newsletter as well these days, which is really great.
It's a good board for Bremark, the Bremark team. And Hans and Hung need to duplicate it. Another action board, board 21, I see. North-south make 11 tricks in spades, losing a heart and a spade. But east-west have a very big club fit.
So a 7-5 one hand, right?
And they make 10 tricks in clubs if they guess the clubs. So, and they're not vulnerable. So, yeah, I'm expecting a 5 club bid. All right, Sartaj Hans appears to be in 5 diamonds. That's good news. I reckon this is a pretty mundane hand. It sounds flash, making on a Vienna coup, but I would say Sartaj finds that in his sleep.
Sartaj is up for the challenge.
Oh, look, he finds this in his sleep, Sophie. There's no problem. This is going to make and be a flat board.
Yeah, interesting to see what. Oh yeah, he'll lead the ace of hearts as well.
So on the right, Phil, would you do something over the 5 clubs?
Yeah, I think North's got an easy 5 spades. When you hold a 7-5 one shape, you're allowed to take the push. I mean, bidding 5 over 5 is generally a bad thing to do, but with that shape, you can certainly do it. Now it's a question of whether they bid 6 clubs and they won't, which is bidding 6 clubs is a difficult position. So yeah, I approve of that auction. I mean, par on the hand will be 6 clubs 2 off for 300, but that's hard to find. So yeah, I think it's a pretty normal result. I think North-South have done pretty well. Now, should we watch Sartaj look like a genius and find the easy Vienna coup? That's what's going to happen here.
I don't know. Don't put them.
No, it really is a textbook position for any expert declarer, and it's not something you're going to miss.
So is this the longer he thinks, the more chance he's going to get it wrong?
Yeah, I'm just going to repeat what I said. It's clearly the right line, and someone as good as Sartaj doesn't miss this. West gets out a card, almost certainly a trump, I think, because everything else looks too dangerous. And I think the play will go quite quickly, and Sartaj will make it on the same line as it was made in the other room.
Yeah, here goes the diamond to the queen. Yeah. Oh,
yeah, and I think it'll be a diamond to the queen now.
I thought he's going to do.
You can't do something silly like cash the ace, but I think you'll work all this out. Yeah, diamond to the queen. 2 black aces will get cashed, and then the diamonds will be finished.
He plays the better card of the 10 of spades.
I think it's marginally better. There we go. Cashing the ace of clubs, affecting the Vienna coup.
Yeah.
And then here come the diamonds, as predicted.
I mean, Michael Courtney would claim at this point. He would just.
You can't claim. It does involve the king of clubs being with the
I know he would basically say, okay, you're getting squeezed. Well, anyway.
King of clubs with the long spade or the jack of spades coming down in 3 rounds. Yeah, I mean it's very likely to make this point, but not certain.
No.
We can see all the cards, and we know that the jack of spades is with the king of clubs, so it's definitely making.
So Courtney had a good competition in Perth.
Yeah, it's great to see Michael Courtney at his best. I mean, he's not a spring chicken anymore, but he is still the most gifted bridge player we've had in a long time, probably since Tim Serra's. He's an awesome player, and he showed that in Perth. Let's watch Palmer squirm here, just like Nabil was forced to. He's going to throw his jack of clubs, and here comes the death card for West.
Yeah. He did it. All right, we've got 10 more boards to gain 21.
That's a lot of boards, Soph.
It is a lot of boards. I know a lot of imps can be swung.
Yeah. So Hans and Hung, another, I mean, they had to find the Vienna coup that last hand, which I reckon is pretty easy, but anyway. And this one they've got to do well as well. I mean, North-South have done well to get to 5 spades. I think it's pretty routine, but it's a result that's unimpeachable. So they need to match that.
So here's another one on the left about when you put up the ace and drop the singleton king of hearts.
Yeah. I guess you could make 5 clubs, can't you? Oh, no, sorry, you've always got a heart loser.
Yeah, because then the queen comes with.
Well, East at this table choosing not to show his 7-card club suit. I don't like that, but maybe the rest of the world does. Okay, 2-no trumps is some sort of spade raise, invitational or better. Yeah.
Unlikely to find the clubs now, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right. They're not going to find their 11-card fit. And I always think that's a bit embarrassing. You should find your 11-card fits.
Sartaj is just giving a little bit of information to partner in case it gets to the 5/5 level decision. But I don't think East is going to be raising hearts.
So you think 4 diamonds is just natural and
yeah, 4 diamonds is just 4 diamonds is basically a natural partner if it gets to, you know, the 5/5 level, do the right thing.
This is where you want your values. This is where I've got my second suit. Yeah, that makes sense. And he's got an absolute minimum for 2-no trump. So yeah, he's just bidding for spades.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like they're going to play there and that'll be a flat board. The play is mundane for 11 tricks.
And even if Sartaj bids 4-no trumps here, they're safe because they're off 2 aces. As long as they don't get key card wrong.
Now on the other table, the bad news is I think 4 spades from Whibley and Edgtton, and I'm pretty sure this is one off. Certainly a club, certainly a heart, and certainly 2 spades. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, North-South make a lot of tricks in diamonds, but 4 spades is not going to be able to get 10 tricks, so that's going to go one off.
So Taj has bid 5 clubs. I hope Andy devalues his king of clubs then and bids 5 spades. I don't know what 2-no trumps is in their system. The king of diamonds is a good card. I'm just hoping he does not bid beyond
5 spades.
5 spades. Then
and he's got a total rubbish hand. So he just really wants to stop Sartaj doing any more bidding. I mean, he knows Sartaj hasn't got a monster hand because he didn't open a precision club. So I'm not too fearful. I think they'll stop him 5 spades.
I hope you're right.
Well, I mean, look at Andy's hand. He doesn't have a key card. There's nothing that he should like about it.
The only good card in his hand is the king of diamonds.
Yeah, so I guess that's what he's thinking about. Should I show my king of diamonds or should I just bid 5 spades because I've got such filth? I think the latter, but even if he bids 5 diamonds, I don't think Sartaj is just going to bash 6 spades. I don't know, maybe they'll stuff it up, but I think they should stop him 5. And that'll be okay.
I agree. I agree that they should, but this is concerning me. This auction is concerning me. I think 5 diamonds from Andy will see 6 spades from Sartaj. He just needs the ace of spades and the king of diamonds from Andy.
I guess that's right. Maybe 5 diamonds showing the king of diamonds. Yeah, maybe you're right. So maybe if he shows the king of diamonds, Sartaj will just bash 6 spades.
That's what I would say will happen.
This is vulnerable.
Well, that doesn't matter. We just can't afford another swing at this point. We need to be getting swings in, not swings out. I would, with Andy's hand, come on, you've just got to bid 5 spades, Andy. Good, thank God.
Yeah, I think Andy, like I said, correctly diagnosing, he just had complete filth.
Yeah, he does. Like the king of clubs is worthless. The queen 4th heart under the heart bidder is not good.
No good.
The only, he's got a 5 count now. So
Yeah.
let's,
and he promised at least one good card when he bid 2 no trump. So he's really got nothing to show.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's on the flat board. I mean, it's going to be terribly mundane to make 11 tricks in spades. And 4 spades went 1 off on 22. Or 23 being bid on the table on the right now. This looks like a pretty mundane 3 no trump hand. I'm not sure that it'll make, but it's 21 opposite 5. This is some strong club auction north-south are having. It looks like they're going to sort of wrong side it in the sense that the weak hand is going to declare no trumps now.
Well, aces and spaces though with north, it doesn't really matter, unfortunately. Like there's.
Yeah. 3 no trump's an interesting contract. My first glance is it should go off because the diamond layout. If Declare could get 3 diamond tricks, he'd be a serious chance of making 3 no. But with the diamonds 4-1, I think it's too tricky. There's a really nice club position too, where the Jack 10 full doubleton. How does that club position work? Oh no, the 7 of clubs is still a stopper, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, some sort of voodoo bidding from north-south on board 23. I don't know what it all means, but they're just stumbling their way into 3 no trumps. I'm sure it's all very special, all these extra bids.
So I wonder if there's a game that makes for East-West, because they're definitely going to game here. They might get to 4 hearts.
That looks 4 hearts.
Oh dear.
4 hearts looks better. Yeah.
This could be a hand where they actually defend 5 diamonds doubled. So we may actually go.
Yeah, I mean, 4 spades 1 off is a good result for north-south.
Yeah, like Sartaj might just bid 5 diamonds now, and they'll lose 2 spades, a heart, and a diamond, and go minus. Oh well, nicely controlled there for diamond bid.
Yeah.
Nice and controlled. It's tempting at these vulnerabilities to go a little bit crazy.
Yeah, 4 diamonds kind of giving the opponents enough rope to hang themselves. You know, maybe they're going to misguess the best game.
let's hope that no, West isn't going to pass. He's going to bid 4 spades, and North and Sartaj with 4 spades. He's not going to bid 5. And
You don't think West is going to bid 4 hearts?
Oh yeah, he might, but he's got 6 spades. He's only promised 5. Look, who knows what he'll do. He may bid 4. Yeah, he may. You're right. He may well do that.
Yeah. Do they make 5 clubs? 5 clubs looks a bit tricky because of the
break.
I'm pretty sure 4 hearts is cold. Yeah, 4 hearts looks like a club and 2 hearts.
Yeah. Yep. We were just in the wrong game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All eyes on West. 4 spades.
Oh, yes.
You're right, Soph. Okay. If that gets passed out, there's going to be a flat board because it's just a hopeless one-off.
Oh, that's a relief. Interesting that 4 hearts is the winning bid there. I mean, I don't blame the guy. He's got ace, king, 10 to 6 spades.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a tough choice. Andy toying with 5 diamonds. He really shouldn't.
No,
he really shouldn't bid 5 diamonds because they've made their opponents guess which game is right.
No, Andy.
It's a little bit undisciplined to bid 5 diamonds there. He's got a 6-4, and the mantra is always 6-4, bid 1 more. This time it's a bad mantra.
Well, if you're going to bid it the first time, you know.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what I was saying before. So
this is just handing them 5 diamonds doubled on a platter. Like they could have bid 5 over 5, but here they've both bid their hands and it's just getting doubled.
That's right. You've made your opponents guess. You've bounced into 4 diamonds. They've guessed which game to bid. Now it might be the right guess, but the point is you don't guess over your opponent's guess. You just take your position that your opponents have got it wrong, because sometimes they have got it wrong, and this time they've got it wrong. So yeah, like I say, slightly undisciplined from Andy Hung.
Yeah.
And no trouble for the opponents just to double this and get their 300. And that unfortunately is going to be 10 imps or 9 imps.
It's not the direction of imps we need.
No, that's...
So yeah, Andy's had a bit of a bad set so far. He will not be feeling great.
So David Kine asked a question about the situation. So this is the last match. They played 4 matches today, starting bright and early in the morning for us. We've watched the 2 last, this is the second last and this last one. We were leading at halftime after the 2 first rounds. We had a bad third stanza, though not as bad as we thought it was because there's been a couple of score corrections made since then. But we've gone into the last one down, and as you can see with this hand, we're starting, well, we've still got a number of boards to go, but we're getting a fair way behind now. So that's where the situation is. So there will be, it goes up to board 30, 215 boards, right?
Yeah. 4 quarters, if you like. 60 board match played over 4 quarters of 15 boards each.
Finally.
G'day, Ron.
I hear Mr. Klinger's voice. He's been out having luxury breakfasts.
I'm still trying to fathom whether 3-note trumps on board 23 on the right-hand table is going to make. I can see 8 tricks. I'm just struggling with finding the 9th. Declarer can lose a heart and then get 3 hearts. They can take a spade finesse and get 2 spades. They've got 2 diamonds and they can always force at least 1 club trick. So that's 8.
Well, they can get 3 hearts, 2 spades, And can't they get 3 clubs because of the?
Well, you duck the first club and you win the second, and how do you get to dummy so?
Ah, yeah. True.
So, yeah, tricky.
It is tricky.
Maybe the defence can be kind of end played into giving declarer a 3rd spade, or something weird like that happens.
Yeah.
This is a really tight 3-0 trump contract. Upmark will do well to make it. We'll see. As I said before, it's kind of been wrong-sided because the weak hand is playing it. I think the first trick for the defence is Upmark is likely to, I don't know, go in the lead at some point and lead a club. The first thing for the defence is Edgtton's going to have to duck the first round of clubs.
So for those people who have joined us for the coming up towards the end of this match, as most of you will know, Sophie is married to Sartaj. So she's giving her impassioned commentary as usual, and her expertise and her inside knowledge. Ron Klinger has now just joined us. Phil Markey's just had a very successful time in Western Australia, where he came, I think, first in one event and second in the other. Is that how it went, Phil?
Yeah, I won the ANC Teams as the playing captain of South Australia and couldn't quite beat Michael Courtney and the Butlers, but yeah, I came second. All right, 5 diamonds has gone a miserable 2 off.
When, phantom sacrifice.
Yeah, the phantom sacrifice for 10 imps. You need to move on, Sophie. You're still grumpy about it. There's lots more boards.
Forget about it.
Oh, easier said than done.
9 imps, only 9 imps. What's that now? We're talking about 30 imps. Look, still not a massive margin with, 8 boards to go. And already this board 23 could produce a swing. Look at that. He's won the first heart on the right-hand table. And I said that Nabil, Edgtton, sitting west, had to duck a club, and that's what he's done. So I'm not convinced the defence can prevail here, but they've started well. They've got that bit right. So
certainly got off to a good start. He did well not to lead a spade, actually.
Yeah. And declarer now has to choose what to do with his 1 entry to the table. Ideally, he should take a spade finesse, but he might not want to do that. This is a tricky hand. Oh, so he's going to play a diamond. That's not a good idea.
Ron,
yeah. Whibley will win that and merrily play a heart, I think. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, well, Nabil will win this one. Yeah, and play a heart.
So, Ron, this name of this team is, I don't know how you say it, Bremark, B-R-E-M-A-R-K.
I think there are still chances.
It's not a name that I recognise.
Or
have they been a team for long?
For the declarer.
I think Freya Trump's just going off on the right-hand table now.
So played into playing diamonds or spades or clubs.
Can't declare, just play heart.
Either, any.
Yeah, heart.
He's got 3 hearts. Well, he's not going to do that. He's going to play a low diamond next. Yeah,
he can end play the defence to give him 2 spade finesses. I think that's how it can still be made. And as you observed, Ron, if he gets out a low diamond rather than cashing another big diamond, the defence have to give him a spade finesse. Likewise, if he gets out a heart, goes heart, the defence have to give him a spade finesse. So yeah, it's still cold, but it's going to take some good play to make it from here.
I mean, Upmark's been around for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the VUgraph operators maybe got the auction a little bit wrong at the hands
On the
home
left, yeah.
table, because I
Yeah.
think Sartaj was the one club opener.
I feel confident they're going to get to 300 trumps as well once the ViewGraph operator gets his stuff together. Meantime, Nabil's got to find an exit. I think he's going to exit a heart.
Well, double dummy then he can make by winning the heart, playing a low diamond, and then exiting with a heart next time.
Yeah, and he can reverse the order of that too, I think. Oh, no, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Is that the best line, though, is the question?
I mean, but the natural line is to go for diamonds 3-2. So that would be his first move.
I think Declarer knows
that gives him an extra entry to dummy if the heart diamond's worth 3-2. Extra.
Yeah, Declarer's in no
entry to
rush for the
spin.
diamonds, Ron. I mean, he knows that if the diamonds break, he's just home. That'll be his ninth trick. Getting a third diamond to go with 3 hearts, 2 spades and a club. Yeah. Anyway, we should barrack for Nabil to lead a heart here. That's the most testing continuation for Declarer.
This is another reason why I really like Love Bridge. Every card you see is the actual card played. Every bid you see is the bid made. We may even miss some of the play because he might not, VuGraph operator might not figure out what's happened until a few cards have been played.
Yeah, because he still hasn't put up an undo on the left.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think North passed his 21 count. That was the basic problem there. I think North chose to open the bidding with 21. Okay, quickly get to 3 trumps. Yeah. West has conveniently explained that the spade finesse works, but that's a much easier start for Declarer. Yeah, Sartaj is not going to be trouble to make 3 trumps on a spade lead, I suspect.
Yeah, certainly they got off to a much better lead, and Nabil's just figuring it all out. And he's made the,
Now he's got out with the heart.
That's the best chance. I think he should still make 3 trumps from this position.
Yeah.
But it is tricky. He's got to time it perfectly.
Well,
Yeah. Now Whibley gets out a heart. I think that's enough to beat it, isn't it? Yeah. If Whibley can just get out a heart now, I don't think Declarer can make any more. Yeah, I think Declarer's off now on the right. I mean, he can end play. He can lead a diamond, which gives Michael a difficult choice, but he can play a spade and give Declarer 1 spade finesse, and that's not enough for the contract. Declarer had to rise with a big heart and lead a 3rd heart, and instead he ducked the heart. So Michael can win, Whibley can win this one and play a spade. And as long as Nabil doesn't play the king, Declarer goes off.
I think he has to then, I think he gets end played into playing another.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're right. He gets end played by another diamond. Yeah. Okay, so don't listen to me. Declarer's still making.
Yeah.
Okay, this hand has just fooled me, and it's just always cold.
We wish you were right, Phil.
Yeah, sorry to mislead you. I thought it was essential to end play with hearts first, but it wasn't. Yeah, look, I think for an expert declarer, you're always going to make that one. So, I better be careful. Maybe Sartaj is going to go off now.
Posting at the other table. So East will East West are going to look for 6 hearts and stop out of it. I'll find an ace is missing and the queen of hearts is missing. Little do they know that the queen, jack, and other are on side.
Mhm.
Yeah. Once upon a time, when you had a 19 count and partner opened the bidding, you could fearlessly just bid a slam, but that's not the case anymore.
Not if you play with Phil Markey, it's not, no.
Well, or Nabil Edgtton, it would seem. So I'm happy to have him as company.
On the other hand, if they get to it, they'll make it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really bad slam. I wonder what 3 diamonds is here. I think 2 clubs is an unconditional sort of game force of some sort, probably with clubs maybe. And 3 diamonds is his, I mean, Nabil's going to be anxious to make his weaker choice because he's got a filthy 10 count. I mean, King Queen Doubleton should always be downgraded in terms of being worth 5 points. It's an ugly holding and doesn't really carry full weight as 5 points. So yeah, Nabil's got a bad hand for an opening bid. Are you going to open that a heart, Ron? What do you think?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Good morning.
Are you saying you wouldn't have opened that a heart, Phil?
I've got to go back to I'm on video.
I definitely open a heart, Peter. I confess I was deferring to Ron as.
I didn't think there was a hand you wouldn't open. That was all that.
I'm looking for the voice. I always go to Ron for the voice of reason. So
Yeah,
Ron
sure.
opens it. It's clearly right to open.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
And we'll see a test of Michael Whibley's patience here. Will he pass 4 hearts? I don't know what the auction means exactly, but I'm pretty sure he's supposed to pass 4 hearts that Edgtton has described a terrible opening bid.
I mean, in terms of losers, the East hand's not so great.
Yeah, it's chock-a-block with controls though, and I mean he's got 4 key cards for hearts, and his partner opened 1 heart. How bad can it be?
That's right. Well, if Nabil had had the Queen of Hearts as well, he wouldn't have signed off, I presume.
Wow. I feel like if you're going to open hands like the West hand, you need to be on the same page, and this hand isn't that much of a bother to stop in 4 hearts. But I don't know exactly what their methods are. I know enough about Edgtton Whibley to know that they open pretty light, and so they should be set up for hands like this. I feel like Whibley should pass, but I don't know exactly what the auction means.
Liam's saying that 3 spades is artificial agreeing hearts and nothing about spades, and 4 hearts shows garbage.
Yeah.
So
yeah, maybe they play non-serious or something, or they play some way of saying I have a bad but not terrible hand. So 4 hearts is just reserved for the really terrible hands, which this one is. Do we know what 3 diamonds is?
Could be natural.
It must be a minimum, surely. It must be showing a minimum.
4 hearts showed the minimum.
Yeah.
I think 3 diamonds shows the 5-5.
Yeah, agreed. But maybe, yeah, okay. They're venturing to the 5 level.
We're now we're in danger.
no, we're not, because it makes.
Oh yes, of course you are. You're right. Exactly. We're praying for them to get it wrong.
get there and then get doubled and then make, and the other team to just be.
Sophie, stop with the result merchant, Sophie. It's terrible. You've got to maintain at least the veneer of objectivity, Sophie. Come on. Yeah. Okay. So Nabil Edgtton has said definitely not by bidding 5 hearts, which is a good choice. And despite
and it's lucky
Sophie's
that
wishes,
the diamond's not for one offside. Bad things could happen.
yeah, I mean, 4 hearts is not cold, not super cold. I guess 4
No.
hearts is pretty cold, but yeah, 5 hearts is definitely not cold. I mean, just requires a bad heartbreak and suddenly it's a contract in a lot of trouble.
He's got a safety play to play the ace of hearts and then run the 10.
Yeah. On the other table, West choosing to pass rather than open a heart. And I presume this is a strong club option on the left-hand table.
If they're playing strong club, it's interesting that West passed initially.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're playing limited openings, it's a little bit safer to open a heart, if anything. Well, just to explain that comment, if you play a strong club, when you open one of a major, you're limited to, I don't know, whatever the bottom end is, up to 15 or so. So you can stretch out the bottom end a little bit more, or you can do it in a slightly safer way. So if you're going to open the West cards 1 heart, it's probably better in a strong club structure than it is in a natural system structure. I think that's what you meant, isn't it, Ron?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've safely got to 4 hearts.
You translate very well for me. So having not opened, East gives up on slam.
Yeah.
After West not having opened.
Yeah, I think that's one for Edgtton and Whibley to review. I mean, it's not going to result in a swing because he's going to make 5 hearts, but I think that they'll be concerned that they didn't stop in 4 hearts there. They'll either agree that Edgtton shouldn't have opened or that Whibley did too much, I think. All right, so Bill Edgton's cashed a big trump, and now he's contemplating what Ron alluded to earlier, which is it okay to safety play the heart suit? You can cross the hand with a diamond and then run the 10 of hearts.
That's dangerous.
It's a little bit dangerous because of the risk that diamonds are 4-1 and he'll open up a diamond ruff. So he's just balancing up the odds of all of that. He could get to hand by going club ruff, but that's not so good because if hearts don't break, he'll expose himself to being forced off, running out of trump control. I think it ends up that he's just going to cash the king of hearts and hope that they're 3-2, but we'll see. What do you think, Ron? Are you just cashing the king of hearts now?
He's in dummy at the moment. I think he's going to come back to the diamond and play a heart. Okay,
so run the risk of the diamonds being bad in order to take the safety play.
Well, I don't think the diamonds are bad because North might have led a diamond.
Yeah, that's a good point. North would presumably lead a singleton diamond, so he almost certainly hasn't got one.
Oh.
No, he just cashed the king.
He takes the chance.
Yeah, well, he decided that was the better play. It's close.
Oh, I don't think so.
He's in a very cold contract now and he knows it. I think he should just be claiming.
I think what he was worried about is if he takes a safety play that North has led a double and spade and gets a spade rough.
Oh, yeah, quite right. Yeah. Well spotted. All right. That's going to be a flat board 24. And what have we got? We've got 6 boards to go and 30 imps to make up. Very doable.
Only if you're at the table.
Well, no, I mean, these players, yeah, they're all aggressive, good players. Imps can fly very quickly.
That's claim time on the left.
Yeah. The same 11 tricks.
Possibly a bathroom break in the other room.
Yeah. We want some swingy boards now, don't we, Sophie? You want some action boards.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do.
Down.
Well,
Well, let's have a look at this board 25.
East opening 2 hearts might not go well.
Yes. Unfortunately, North opening a spade avoids that.
They'll be in game in spades.
Yeah.
And they'll make that, losing 1 spade.
Looks like 11 tricks. Looks like a diamond and just 1 spade.
Two aces missing.
Well placed.
Yeah, 4 spades making 11. Everything works nicely for them.
The defence, yeah.
Both spade jack onside, club queen onside.
Yeah. Heart king onside. Well, depending on which way you want to finesse, but yeah.
Well,
4 spades. Looks like
you won't. Well, it's on side, but he's not going to play it. Oh, he might play it. Sorry, if he leads the 2 of hearts, East doesn't know the position. He'll go up with the king, and then it's feasible to make 12 tricks. The opposition don't get theirs in first.
I'm just concerned that Whibley's going to overcall 2 or 3 hearts.
No, he's not going to do that at these colours.
He's vulnerable against Not. I don't think so.
Right.
Yeah.
There you are.
There we go.
How about that?
All right,
Nice
I was
pass.
wrong. A lot of trouble now.
I think get rid of those 2 men who are commentating, right?
Yeah, North has to double really, and it's going to be big trouble.
This is big trouble. Oh dear. I knew that might happen. He's an aggressive bidder, that Whibley. This is a very easy. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've got to confess that I'm the sort of person who would overcall 2 hearts as well. It's going to go very badly today.
Yeah.
Shall I start adding it up for you, so just how many this goes for? Let's
What
see.
are we going to get? We're going to lose 2
1,
clubs.
2, 3, 4,
2
5
diamonds,
tricks outside trumps.
spade.
4 trumps.
I mean,
Oh no, he's redoubled. That's not good.
well, they're gonna get to clubs potentially. He's gonna bid 2 no trumps and I'll be in 3 clubs doubled.
That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tricks. That'd be 800. Oh, that's even worse. Oh no. I would have doubled the South, unless the doubles takeout. Can't imagine it's takeout. He should have doubled.
Here it comes now.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, thank you. Now, a trump lead is going to be good, although it doesn't matter much. There you go, as expected.
Yep, they're going for 1,300 or 1,400, I mean.
They just have no tricks.
Nope, they
They've
don't.
got 2 club tricks.
I do not like 2 hearts. I knew it might be bid, but I didn't like it.
No,
Very naughty bid at these colours.
2 clubs, 2
Well
diamonds.
read anyway, Sophie.
They got 2 diamond tricks. Spade is 3.
I think the most tricks
I can't
declare
see
get
more.
is 5. So I think this is at least 1,100, which means it's at least
No.
12 imps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out. I'm not enjoying watching this.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't see where he gets more than 2 diamonds and a spade.
This is going 5 off.
Yeah.
Maybe that's right. He's got to get 2 diamonds, a spade. Got to get 3 tricks.
I mean,
It's going to be 12 imps at least. It's possibly more.
This could even be 6 off. Yeah.
no, it can't be 6 off.
Well,
Oh,
let's see.
Yeah, 2 diamonds and a spade.
Deletes a heart
If
now.
the-
6 off.
No, the heart ruff won't help him.
Well, I'm just looking at double dummy. It says 6 off if a heart is led.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna check out. Bye, guys.
See you, Sophie.
Hi, Sophie.
Thank you very much, darling. Bad luck.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. What else is there? Go after clubs.
Yeah.
I mean, he can get a spade ruff of the 4th trick.
Well, not on a trump lead.
Oh,
Draw
no, you
trumps
mean
on
is
him.
that, no, they draw trumps on him, yeah. Yeah. Would have been better in 2 hearts doubled.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 hearts doubled was you're at least going to make 2 or 3 heart tricks to go with your 2 aces.
What is North thinking about as opposed to bringing in playing another trump?
Yeah, he's kind of playing the merits of a heart rather than a trump. I mean, but it's North is very happy. I mean, he knows partner's got the Queen of Diamonds because Declare didn't win that one, or maybe partner's got the Ace of Diamonds. Yeah, it's
And Declare has preferred diamonds to clubs, so he can't be worried about the clubs.
yeah, it's an
Not
embarrassment
worried.
of riches for North here, but he's just trying to work out how to get the absolute most out of it. Meantime, 4 spades in the same hand made a boring 11 tricks on the left-hand table.
Yeah,
It's going to be
14
pretty
himself.
upsetting its score up. You're going to read out plus 450 and your teammates are going to say minus 12. Or something of that nature, maybe worse. It's going to be hard to swallow.
Looks like 14, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's probably right. In which case it's, yeah, minus 14. Look, I mean, shout out to Michael Whibley. I mean, overcalling 2 hearts here looks awful on this hand. But, you know, live by the sword, die by the sword, I say. Another day, this 2 heart overcall might have caused a swing his way. We can debate the merits of it, but the thing we can't debate is that today it was terrible. It just didn't work.
And the third diamond, and there's nothing to it. Oh, and he end plays south in hearts at some point.
You're picking over the bones of an extra imp or two, Ron. It's, you know, it's almost a bit sad, isn't it?
It is. North is going to play a heart. South is going to play a spade. And South now will definitely be end played in hearts. He's going to get 2, 3, 4 tricks. Can he get 5? Yeah, wins the next spade and plays a club. Maybe he's going to get 2 heart tricks that way.
It's only 4 off then. Yeah, look, you know, whilst we're busy observing how awful this is, Whibley still has to declare this hand, and it's important when you have a, when you know you're in a terrible contract to not give up and declare it like a goose. So I'm happy to see him declaring it well so far.
South doesn't want to play a club. He's going to have to play a heart now. The 5 of hearts is his best move. Declare will win that and rough a heart.
Play another club.
Play a club. And get another heart.
Yeah, for 4 off.
Oh,
I think this comes to the same thing. I think it's just 4
yes.
off.
Yeah, it's come. Oh, no. I don't think that was the right move.
No, it's going to be the same.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's just going to, the 5 of hearts is going to lose a trick on this variation.
Yeah, but he plays a club now. It's set up dummy.
Yeah, so that's.
Oh no, he's got a rough. You can't do that. Plays the 5 of hearts. He wins it. Cashes the king of hearts.
Yeah, he's got the tricks in. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
I was right all along. Only 11.
Of course. How could I doubt you?
It was tricky. I wasn't confident, but yeah.
North, south, 1, 2, 3. No, they won't make 4 hearts. A heart score north south is okay.
East west have some diamonds, but yeah, it looks like par on this hand is going to be 9 tricks in hearts. I think they make 9 tricks, don't they, Ron? Or maybe not. Maybe they only make 8.
No, why is that?
Well,
Are the spades set up?
yeah, okay.
I mean, if the defence gets the clubs in early from the east seat, but even then, he's not getting in often enough before the spades are set up.
I feel like maybe you're only entitled to 8 tricks in hearts, but maybe you're right. Maybe it is always 9.
That's a transfer to hearts. On the left-hand screen, 1 spade, 1 no trump, 2 clubs. Natural North will now be 2 hearts.
Yeah, and this auction on the left, 2 hearts here should always, I think, show 6 hearts. You should have a 6th heart in order not to be just giving preference to one of opener's suits.
Well, I must confess, if it was 1 5 2 5, I'd go for the hearts rather than the diamonds. But
yeah,
yes,
there is a legitimate. Reasonable minds can differ on that topic, I think, Ron. I give false preference back to spades with my singleton, but that's not everyone's cup of tea.
yeah, but the expectation is 6 for sure.
Yeah.
And they both stopped in 2 hearts, so this is not going to be too exciting. But they've got the 7 of clubs is a good start. West does best to duck it, but that's hard.
Yeah, I think that I'm right that this is going to hold it to 8 tricks, right? I don't think you can beat it.
If he takes it, there's yes, you can still switch to diamonds now if they get that right. Certainly they can hold it. Now the other side, though, the diamond lead and diamond continuation, the club switch. East is not getting in. Oh, is he getting in? Yes. Nice. Club switch. What declarer can do now? If it gets a club switch now, it's king and it's ducked. And no, that makes it harder for West to duck for sure. Good card, the queen. Yeah, so now, if he ducks this, declarer can play queen of low heart to the queen, ace of hearts, and run the jack of spades. And that will give him 9 tricks.
Okay. West has done well on the left-hand table to duck the club.
West has ducked on the left-hand screen.
And that holds the contract to 8 tricks at best, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah.
Because East can always get 2 clubs now to go with 2 diamonds and a heart.
I like the queen of clubs play.
Yeah, well, they have the benefit. I mean, it's 2 hearts by north on the left and 2 hearts by south on the right. Yeah. So it's handy that the south hand is disguised on the right-hand table. It's harder for Edgtton to duck because you can't be certain who's got the king of clubs.
Indeed. King 9-7, king 10-7, possible.
Yeah, and ducking the club is good because it retains the communication to get 2 club tricks, as we're about to see on the left-hand table. Yeah, Nabil's put the ace of clubs up so that and returned a club. So yeah,
so
yeah, it looks like the right hand table is going to make a trick more for a 1-inch swing to Bremark. Yeah, nice defence on the left to duck the leader club and then to duck the club. You know, optimising their chances. It's just a cold contract though. All right. Well, sadly, this is going to stretch the lead to, if we're right, it's going to stretch the lead to 43 with 4 boards to go. And that's pretty much, well, it's very, very, very difficult. It's been done, but Hans' team in desperate need of a big swing now.
No, 4 big swings now.
Yeah. Well, it starts with the first one. Like I say, the Bremark team has played really well this set. Nystrom and Upmark, who are a very experienced, world-class pair, have played extremely well, and so has the other pair. Just no mistakes, some accurate bidding, some accurate card play. It's impressive after, you know, these players have been playing a lot of bridge over the last 10 days, and to still be playing at the top of your game is a fine effort.
East West have a spade part score, North South have a heart score.
Yeah, no one's making a game. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like the spade part score wins to me. Yeah, looks like 3 spades is a part of me, Ron. 2 spades, a heart, and a club.
Yeah.
I think you've got enough tricks. Yeah, you have. With the spades.
Mind you, they've got to get to that yet, given the West hand.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wonder if that's right on the left. Precision 2 club opening, which looks right. Precision 2 club opening either is 5 clubs and a 4-card major, or 6 clubs.
I think on the right-hand screen, South is the 1 heart bidder.
Yeah. Yeah. So on the left, though, the precision 2 club opening is just going to buy the hand. Ooh. Okay, this is interesting.
Wow, it's. I was going to say 2 clubs got passed out. That's not going to go well, but.
Now, yeah, interesting choice by Andy Hung. I think passing 2 clubs is pretty reasonable. The 2 club opening showed either 5 clubs and a 4-card major, or 6 clubs and may or may not have a major, but was limited. So it was like 10 to 15. So if you consider that range with Andy Hung's cards as South, pass is pretty reasonable. Sure. He knows they're not making a game, almost certainly. And it would be dangerous to bid on because you'll get too high, unless you happen to have a heart fit. And of course, in this hand, you have a heart fit.
On the right, they jumped to 3 hearts preemptively, and these East doubled, and they'll now get 3 spades. Yeah,
a very active auction from East. West's got an easy 3 spade bid here.
Mind you, I mean, East might yet go 4 spades.
No, I think
he shouldn't. I mean, partner should be bidding 4 spades if they've got anything. Yeah, exactly right.
Okay, so Whibley Edgtton reached par. I'm going to go plus 140. How is 2 clubs going to go? Well, it's got a lot of club losers. That looks like 4 club losers to me.
And a spade and a diamond.
Oh, Declarer does not want to get out of club. Oh, okay.
He's still all right. He's still got.
I guess they can't draw trumps on him, so he's not.
He's still okay.
Well, okay for what? 2 off.
Yeah, well, it was never making.
No. I think it's 2 off, right? At this point, Declare has lost 2 tricks. He's got 3 more to lose.
Declare East doesn't want to play another king and another club, but what he can do is play king of clubs, diamonds, and this is the same. Oh no, it's king of clubs and same effect.
It's going to be 2 off.
Yeah.
And that's going to be an imp to Hans, I think, because that's going to be minus 100 for 2 off. Now, I think we observed that 3 spades is cold. We've got to just make sure we're right about that, but I think 3 spades is cold. went ace of hearts lead and then a diamond switch. And now I think the play would be for declare it a duck a spade.
North does want to rough this. Yeah. And that's
So you might think this is a bit of a one-sided score, but in the other match, it's Fleischer 67 over the Zimmerman, famous Zimmerman team.
yeah, that's finished, Peter.
Yeah, so that's a huge score on that one, Ron. And Liam's suggesting down here now that this getting to this stage might help our boys get a higher seeding in the future, which may avoid having to play the weekend to qualify to be in the 64 and making your week so much longer, particularly for...
Let's put this in some context, Peter, for a minute. These American national events are the toughest events in the world. And they're always played as knockouts from 64 teams. You qualify into 64 teams and then you play knockout down to a winner. So you've got to win, what's that, 7 matches in a row, which is brutally hard. The last 32 of those teams, they're all world-class. There's 32 world-class teams, generally speaking. I mean, so getting to the semi-finals is huge. It means that, you know, you're right amongst it. And yeah, I think this Hans team have had some very credible performances in the last 12 months. And Liam's right, that they're certainly going to improve their seeding, which is, in the context of playing knockout, the seeding becomes much more important in such a good field. You get a couple of early matches which maybe aren't as tough as the other teams, and that can make all the difference.
Absolutely. I remember this in some ways is much tougher than the World Championships, because in the World Championships, you're limited down to, well, not only one. In America gets 2 teams, USA 1 and 2, but the other regions get 1 or 2, and you don't get a lineup of, like you do in these North American championships, as you just said, 32, round of 32 top teams.
Yeah, I mean, part of the reason for that is that, I mean, there are a lot of bridge professionals throughout the world, and this is their, well, I can be cynical and say this is their meal ticket, the American nationals. So anybody who plays bridge for a living, and that's a lot of people, they all play the American nationals in very, very good teams. It's, yeah, look, it's the strongest field in any event in the world, are these American nationals. You're right. I'm going to play the World Championships in Marrakesh in about a month, and it won't be as strong a field. I mean, it'll be a very strong field, but probably not as strong as these American nationals.
On the left-hand screen, 1-note trump, 2 diamonds showed it, a single suitor in a major. South said double and West said redouble. You bid your major. I don't want to play this hand.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how many of our kids actually watched the bridge, Love Bridge 16 round of 16, round of 8 during the week. But if anybody wants to send me comments about what they liked or didn't like about playing that being played online and being played on computers, I'd be interested to get anybody's views. Just send it to me at marketing@abf.com.au. Or you can always ring me. Did you watch them at all, Ron?
No, not at all. Friday was getting back to Sydney.
Yeah. Saturday's out, and we're now Sunday. So Taj's comment was, Sophie was telling us, was he loved playing on the computers. He thought it was a much better way of doing it.
I found it interesting that opposite of 15 to 17, No Trump South chose 2 No Trump to invite with a 9 count when vulnerable against not. With 2 10s as well, I confess I would have been a 3 No Trump better at the vulnerability. I wonder what's taking time on the right-hand screen. And the player looks like you want to play the king of clubs at trick 2, at the next trick, yeah. Trick 3. What you don't want to do is play a low spade, run into a 4-1 spade break, and the spade comes back and they can draw your trumps when they're in with the ace of clubs. So that knocking out the ace of clubs first is for the first move, next move. That could also cut down the number of diamond roughs if there were diamond roughs going.
Okay, that's interesting analysis, Ron. I thought a low spade was best, but maybe you're right. Yeah.
Well, low spade, losing king, queen, jack 10. Spade comes back.
Yeah, Whibley's chosen a low spade. I can understand why. Spades are friendly, so I think it's okay. Yeah, now he's going to cash the ace of spades. Run some diamonds.
He's okay now.
Yeah, he's going to make 9 tricks.
Yeah. Okay, what are we leading on the west hand? West hand. Do I lead the suit?
Well, he's obviously is trying to work out whether his heart suit's worth leading.
Yeah, or gamble on a club.
I think the accepted wisdom is, given he has no entry outside of his heart suit, if he's going to lead a heart, he should probably lead a low one, the 10 or, yeah, the 10.
It's west. Oh, yeah, ace is on lead.
Ace is on lead.
Yeah.
So he might lead the 10 of hearts, or he might hope that his partner's got something like Jack X of hearts and lead another suit and hope his partner gets in to lead a heart through, or that indeed the declarer's got Queen Jack small in hearts and his partner can lead hearts through twice.
Yeah.
In which case I would have thought a diamond is the obvious alternative, something like the 6 of diamonds, depending on your agreed methods. But how's declarer going to end up here, Ron? Is it just a cold contract? It might be pretty close to that.
He's got 4 diamonds, a heart is 5, a club is 6, and 2 spades are 8. That's that's his starting point. Now, where's he getting his 9th trick from?
Yeah, indeed. He can't actually. I mean, he could develop.
He can then play West in spades ultimately to bring a club out.
Okay, this is going to get declarer a heart trick, and that gets him up to. Well, taking a spade finesse, that gets him up to 8 tricks.
Yeah, well, after he's played diamonds and taken the spade finesse, he just plays it. Queen of spades, ace of spades, spade out. And that'll do it, double dummy. I mean, he doesn't know that, of course, because East could easily have an entry. East could have Jack to 3 spades and West King to 3, and West will unblock the King of spades under the ace. I mean, double dummy, it's available, but single dummy, much tougher. I mean, he might easily just play it to get the clubs right.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't know that East actually has a pretty weak hand, right? East just did two
Yeah.
diamonds. He's only got an 8 count. Two diamonds showing a single suited hand with a major. Yeah, this is a difficult hand.
I mean, East could easily have the king of spades or the king of clubs.
Yeah.
West opened. Wow. Must be not vulnerable against vulnerable. Is that that's not quite an opening in your system, other than is it 2 spades in your methods?
It is 2 spades in my methods. What did West open? Did West open a club or something crazy?
Yeah, having the club.
Wow.
Look at the vulnerable.
Oh, I see. Are we talking about the right-hand table? Okay, that is, yeah.
We're having people opening with nothing non-vulnerable these days. I think the ABF or the WBF has something to say about these sort of semi-psychs.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to cost. They're going to get to the normal 3-no trumps, but yeah, that's pretty off the wall, opening the West cards 1 club from Nabil. Look, I think Nabil is attempting to generate some imps. He knows the set hasn't gone well. He knows he might need something. What he's got his partner to double 3-no trumps, which is probably not what he wanted.
Now on the left-hand screen, West has switched away from hearts, which is sort of telltale that he doesn't have a black king.
In playing in Perth, we had David Hoffman open 3 hearts vulnerable, second in hand, all vulnerable, with Jack 10 to 7 hearts and an outside Jack, a swan, 2-7-2-2.
Well, I think the good news on the right-hand table is West has found this offbeat 1 club opening, but his partner, Michael Whibley, sitting East, has thoroughly believed it and doubled 3-no trumps. So it's not like there's anything dodgy going on, like there's some sort of private understanding going on. You know, West has managed to mostly mislead his partner. So I personally think this is all fine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, no.
Yes, he's hoping that North has Queen Jack another heart and West gets in a couple of times.
Sartaj Hans has gone for the immediate club guess, and that hasn't worked for him. The 10 has lost to the Jack. Is he hopeless now, Ron? I think he might be. Maybe there's some pressure that can be exerted on West when a pile of red tricks get played now.
I don't think so. Doesn't he just play a club back?
He plays a club back and Declare plays a heart. Okay, let's play a spade.
Spade, if he puts a 10 in and yeah, and now the Jack of spades and the king another heart.
Yeah.
I don't see.
King another heart would be enough now to beat it, I think. There's just no position.
I mean, why not? What are you trying to do with the hearts? I suppose you can declare can't get the hearts going anyway, so it doesn't matter. You can always do that later.
If you could somehow cash all your tricks and just end up with the Queen of clubs and a doubled and spade in the south hand, West would be squeezed, but I can't see a way to reach that ending.
No, you can't do that because he's got to cash his diamonds out to squeeze him.
Well, say that East exited a diamond now, which you won't do. You can reach that ending. You can you can play a spade to the Queen, cash the diamonds, cash the ace of clubs and lead a heart, and that will squeeze West, but it's not going to happen.
No, it is happening.
Okay, well, there is a winning line here. You win this diamond with the king, play a spade to the Queen, cash 2 more diamonds pitching a club, cash the ace of clubs and lead a heart. And East will have to win that heart and lead a heart because that's all he's got left. And on that second heart, West will be squeezed. I don't know if Declare is going to find it. We'll see. I think the tricky bit is he's got to strip East of his spade exit. So you've got to win this diamond and play a spade to the queen to get rid of that spade in the East hand. And cash 2 more diamonds, pitching a club, cash the ace of clubs and lead a heart.
Maybe 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the late tricks.
No, that'll be 9 tricks. It'll be.
No, East ducks the heart.
Oh, East ducks heart. Okay. Yeah.
4 diamonds, 1 club.
Okay, didn't think of that.
And a heart.
Yeah. Okay, you're right, Ron. It's still going off. Gee, I got something wrong today.
It's easy double dummy.
Well, apparently not, because I'm looking at all 4 hands and I'm still getting it wrong. Yeah.
Anyway, that hasn't happened. He hasn't finessed the spades. Mind you, I mean, it was a pretty big giveaway when East didn't continue hearts.
Yeah.
What's happening on this side? How many tricks has he lost? I don't know. His history now.
Well, on the left-hand table, Sartaj will make.
He's going to get
East plays a heart. If East plays a heart now, Sartaj will make. That'll be
he makes anyway.
Fratricide squeeze, where East squeeze his partner if he leads a heart now. The ending that I was
doesn't matter what he leads, does it? He plays a spade and North plays a heart. He's gone. Spade lead, North wins it, plays a heart, and West is squeezed.
Oh, yep, there you go. I was wrong again. But it was the position that I was picturing, right? I was always picturing this position where West was going to be in trouble with the black suits. It has panned out that way, even though I've misguessed the precise ending a couple of times.
I mean, what would have happened if East had ducked this heart?
Well, you're right. I think East had to duck the heart. I think that was enough. Yeah, I think this is easy enough to play a heart now. What else have you got?
Yeah.
Okay. Well played.
You're right again.
Well,
he made it.
Yeah. I did pick a long way out that West was going to be in trouble in the black suits, but the ending was complex. I think you're right, Ron. I think that East had to duck the heart, and then the failure to rectify the count was fatal for Declarer. I think that's right. I'll have to go back and have a look.
North, south. There's a spade, there's a heart, there's a club, there's a diamond. That's a part score in hearts, north, south. East, west, haven't got any values. There's a club, there's 2 hearts. North, south have a heart part score. 2, 3. 3 hearts is feasible. Whoops. Now we go for another East. East West are not in trouble in spades because West will get out into clubs if need be. East West in clubs can make there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5, 6. South will pass this, and West will run. Yeah. And now they might get doubled in 2 clubs, but they only have 5 surface losers, a diamond, a club, 2 hearts and a spade. And the question is what else they can do.
I think North is pretty tempted to bid 2 hearts over 2 clubs. He's got a
Yeah.
minimum. Yeah.
Yeah. And now they're could easily get too high. 3 no trumps is looming.
Yeah.
Club to the ace and a club back ducked. And I can't see them making 3 no trump anymore.
No, 3 no trumps is, yeah, pretty tough to make. I mean, 3 no trumps not a bad contract. It's the jack of clubs coming down in 3 rounds, which is not bad odds. Certainly sufficient odds for a vulnerable game. So yeah. You know, Declarer can get 6 hearts to go with the ace king of diamonds and the ace of spades. You're making 3 no trumps, but that requires the heart suit to work, which it doesn't on this day.
Poor old Whibley's thinking how he's going to beat 3 no trumps.
Well, don't do anything stupid, Michael. Let's have a look. Okay, well, he's...
Now, what's Declarer? Declarer's got 2 spades, 4 diamonds. He's home, isn't he? 4.
that's only 8 tricks run. 2 spades and 4 diamonds is 6. Club is 7.
Heart is
and
7.
A heart is
Club
8.
is 8.
Well, he's got the 8 tricks.
And now, oh no, but he can now play ace another spade. I mean, again, the fact that East hasn't continued hearts is telltale. Jack, ace, ace of spade. So cash the queen of hearts, cash the diamonds, ace another spade. Isn't that going to do
Declarer
it?
is in on the joke with this one club opening because Whibley's shown up with the ace king of hearts, so he knows that Edgtton didn't have his bid. Can he get it all right? Yeah, he needs to end play West. Is he going to do it? Is he going to end play West? It feels like he should have cashed his heart first.
Yeah, it looks like he can do it. I mean, he knows the heart. He knows West has got 4 spades.
Does he know that? He doesn't know that yet.
No, he doesn't know that yet.
Okay, so he's going to cash a heart now.
And play a spade and exit a spade.
Well, he's effectively squeezed West now, so it's going to make.
Yeah.
West has no good discard here. I mean, you can pitch a club, but then Declarer can just play. Oh no, you can pitch a club.
No, he can't pitch.
The ace is gone, right? So he can pitch a club.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just pitches a club and it's over. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
13 back for Hans. They just need 28 on the last 2. I don't think it's going to happen, Ron.
You're so pessimistic. $28. Yeah. It's interesting that South is thinking after 2 hearts.
Yeah, I think that a normal arrangement would be that the 2 heart bid here shows a bad opening, so a minimum opening.
Yeah, a hand that some would open 2 hearts, except not at the top level.
Yeah, that's right. So it should be a 6th heart and a hand that's slightly too good to open 2 hearts. So if Andy Hung looks at his 13 count opposite that, he could choose pass.
No.
He knows they're not making game in spades. The only other game they could be making is 3 no trumps.
He's not going to pass.
they're probably going to lead a club against 3 no trumps because they know that North-South didn't want to defend clubs, so it's probably the right thing to lead. So pass is right at the picture for Andy, and that's what I think that's what he's thinking about.
Yeah, certainly thinking about it, but he's not going to do it.
You don't think so?
Don't think so.
As I observed, 3 no trumps is actually a good contract to be in. It just requires the Jack of Hearts to come down in 3 rounds, missing 6 hearts. And that's...
And North might have the Jack of Hearts.
Yeah, indeed. North might make the same bid, including the Jack of Hearts, I guess. So, I mean, a vulnerable game only needs to be about 33% chance to win. So, yeah, 4 hearts is... 3 no trumps North-South is a good contract.
Well, that was nice. He's got the auction wrong on the right-hand screen. The auction on the right-hand screen is the same as on the left.
Yeah.
Should be the same as the left.
Yeah. Yep. So when it says that South bid 2 clubs, South in fact passed, and if you shuffle all the bids along one, that works. So we're actually in exactly the same position on both tables, with South deciding whether to bid over 2 hearts. And I think it'll be the same for both tables. They both play strong club, I think, don't they? So both Souths know that North has like something a little bit too good to open a week 2.
You're right on the right-hand screen. 2 hearts has been passed out.
Yeah.
I think 2 hearts was from North, not from West, though.
Yeah.
No,
we know that, Klinger. We've worked that out.
It's by North.
Yeah. The view graph operator just catching up.
It's a very sensible auction on South.
Yeah. I think South passing 2 hearts quite promptly there on the right-hand table indicates that they really know their range as well.
Yeah.
You know, Upmark knew exactly what Nystrom had to bid 2 hearts there because it's showing quite a specific hand, a 6th heart and a really bad hand for the opening bid. Okay, well, 2 hearts is a very boring contract by North. It's going to make 9 tricks, I think. Declare is going to lose a heart, lose a spade, lose a club, and lose a diamond, 1 in each. In fact, on the ace of clubs lead, Ron, I think he's going to make 10 tricks because he can get rid of his spade loser by taking a roughing club finesse.
Yeah.
So in fact, to beat 4 hearts, you need to start with a big spade.
Low spade.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a low spade. I think a big one is okay as well.
No, they're in 3 no trumps. The other table.
Okay, so Andy couldn't resist.
Well, that lead has helped.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it.
He's got 3 diamonds now.
Okay, well, can he make it by winning the ace of diamonds? Entries to the deck are a problem, and overtaking the queen of hearts, and just giving up a heart trick. Can he make it that way, and should he make it that
5,
way?
6, 7, 8, 9.
2 different and interesting questions.
Yeah, he can. 5, 8, 5 hearts, 3 diamonds on an ace of spades.
Yeah, okay. So win the ace of diamonds. Play heart, heart, heart. I'm worried, Ron. I'm worried that you have to pitch things on 3 rounds of hearts.
Yeah, and they've still got communication in clubs.
You haven't given up a diamond yet.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's going to overtake the queen of hearts.
No, he's probably going to win the ace of diamonds cash the queen of hearts and play a low diamond.
And if
And
we're
it's not-
if we're splits, he'll have 2 diamond entries.
Well, he always has 2 diamond entries on this lead, doesn't he?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
well, except he's got to establish them.
Yeah. So the defence are in a vulnerable position. They can still beat it, I think, on the left. Now, dare I say it, but if he makes this, that'll be how many imps? That'll be at least another 10. And what do they need? They need 28. Well, you can win 18 imps on a hand. Okay, 170. So if they get 600, yeah, it'll be 10. All right, we need 18 imps on the last.
We've actually,
There's no 18 imps there.
we're actually 36. Yeah, what did I say?
21 points against 19. I don't think there's any
No,
exciting on the last board.
Yeah, and I mean, 300 trumps hasn't made on the left. I'm just observing that it's still alive. It's not off just yet.
up to 28, we've actually scored more imps than they have. Which, unfortunately, the third round was a real killer.
Yeah, there's a couple of hands that got away from Hans and Hung this set, I think. I think Andy will, in the wash-up, will be disappointed about a couple of his earlier plays that cost a bunch of imps.
Yeah.
I mean, Whibley overcalled 2 hearts, and he'll obviously regret that. So there were chances here for the Hans team, but they just couldn't take them today, and that's often the way it is. We shouldn't take anything away from Bremark. They've played really well, the boards that I've watched this last set. There have been no mistakes to speak of, and there's been some very accurate bidding and card play.
On the right-hand screen, East West has scrambled into 1-no trump. South has doubled. Redouble, and North can now bid 2 diamonds, which is a comfortable contract for them.
Are you sure we can't get 18 imps wrong? Could you check for me again? 1-no trump redouble might generate.
Playing in 2 diamonds, declarer can set up the clubs.
Yeah,
just lose 2 hearts and 3 spades. So
yeah.
2 diamonds is available.
Okay, so Andy's won the first and ducked the second. Okay, I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, but now a club lead will do him in. Club to the ace and a club back. Jack of spades. 1, 2, 3.
Jack of spades will do him
Jack
in as
of
well.
spades Jack of spades will beat it, and a club switch will thereafter when declarer ducks it.
Yeah, he's just not going to make it, as it turns out.
He's saying don't play a spade, is he?
I think West is keen to lead away from his king of clubs. It doesn't excite him. Interesting that Andy didn't cash the queen of hearts.
He can play a club to the ace, win the club return if he wants to, and then play the jack of spades. That'll work. He can play the ace of clubs, toss the ace of clubs, duck the club return. That'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, 300 trumps is not going to make. As we said, it was a good contract, but no joy today.
I think he's going to double. Oh no, he's bid 2 hearts. 2 hearts. Okay, he's got 2 diamonds, 3 clubs to lose, and a heart to lose. That's not making. Oh. Oh. Three clubs, club ace, club king, club rough, diamond through that's one off. Right, West can play a spade or a club to beat the conflict on the left. What happens if diamond lead? Yeah, it's 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Yeah, there it goes, a club switch. Nice spade signal, I think, to discourage it with that king queen to 5. I mean, given the one spade double.
I'm a bit concerned about club. Is this definitely going to beat it, you reckon, Ron? Can't pressure be exerted on
I think
East in the majors?
I think West can read that East has 3 clubs. Would South have played the 9 on with Queen Jack 9-4? No, yeah, he's done well. He's read the position. And now what's declare making? 2 diamonds, a club is 3, spade is 4, 7. Looks like 2 off. So he's going to play Queen of Hearts and diamond, ace, king of hearts. No.
Well, he's got 8 tricks, right?
East is in no trouble, just pitches 2 spades.
Yeah, I think it's going to go 1 off. I mean, you can cash the Queen of Hearts, play 2 diamonds, cash the hearts.
Okay. That's the end of the hand on the right.
Yeah.
The clearer has the rest via the heart finesse.
The next major championships we'll be covering on BridgeTV will be the World Championships in Morocco, where Phil is going as our representative.
Yep, you'll get to cover me winning the World Mixed Teams, Peter. So that'll be exciting for you.
From your
Peter, are we not doing the youth championships?
Ron, well, if something comes up of interest, we might. Or I'll discuss it with you.
Yeah, Ron makes a good point. Watching the youth would be great. I'd certainly get up early and watch some of my youth or some of the youth play.
You are a great youth leader. There's no doubt about that. How much interest we have generally, I don't know. But we will consider it. We'll see how it goes along, where the Australian teams are coming, the timing, all that sorts of issues. But certainly after that, the World Championships. The youth one, of course, is in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And they pretty well must have left by now or leaving in the next few days, I would think.
The youth?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, the ones that I know are already there. A couple of youth flew direct from Perth after the Australian National Championships, which had just concluded. Went straight from Perth to Europe in order to acclimatise. Yeah.
And I haven't been to a movie for years, but this afternoon I'm going to Oppenheim.
Oh, well, enjoy, Peter.
Yeah, me too. Not this afternoon, but I'll be there. I think that looks great.
Yeah, so very interesting.
I'm excited about talking movies about the Napoleon movie that's coming up. A bit of Ridley Scott action.
He's a great movie maker.
Yeah. I feel like Napoleon's life story is something I need to know about. I mean, I know a bit about it, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Peter, I'll see you later. Thanks a lot.
Ron, thank you very much for your efforts. And of course, the other thing about Napoleon is, if we look at Russia at the moment, and with the leader there, it's a small man complex can be quoted.
Yeah, I worry that you're going to have Novichok on your doorknob, Peter, saying things like that.
So, and Tibbs, thank you very much for the morning.
Yeah.
And look, as you were saying before, Phil, the team have done really well, fantastically well. Let's hope that they can keep playing in the future, because these are expensive, these trips. They're not financed by the ABF in any way, so it's all personal financing. And, you know, they're the ones putting Australia forward on the international stage, really. So good luck to them. Liam's down here is congratulating the Hans team on a fine week of bridge, despite today not going their way. For any of you who are interested, Liam has a very good Facebook page, and it's called Australasian Bridge. So if you're on Facebook, go and have a look at Australasian Bridge, and he will have probably some more information on there. He's also got some things from the ANC on there, so have a look.